どや楽しんどるか最高のプレイやろ
This is what we won't be seeing in the new Yakuza TV show. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, this is what makes Yakuza. The ability to shift from a tone to serious and dramatic to fun and outright stupid. And with the new TV show that's coming out on October 25th of this year, I am starting to feel a little worried about some of the news I've been hearing. Before I even get into the show, we need to quickly understand why there is such a massive cult following for this game that is growing with each new release. With the rapid rise of TikTok clips that showcase the game's many goofy sub-stories and mini-games, it is not surprising why these games have grown the way they have over the past couple of years. Seeing things like a giant Roomba sucking people up, pause, or Kiryu dramatically answering a telephone makes it the greatest source of meme material. Memes and jokes aside, the Yakuza franchise is also known for its dark and dramatic story based on the Japanese crime group. Characters deal with hardship, relationships, moral dilemmas, which makes for a compelling story. But what RGG has done beautifully with these games was striking the perfect balance between humor and drama. So the question begs, can the directors of the show stay true to the source material? Before answering this question, we should take a look back at some of the successful video game adaptations and some of the not so successful video game adaptations. Fallout is the most recent show I've watched where I was engrossed in not only the story, but how well it executed all the elements of Fallout in every episode. From major details like the depiction and tone of living in the vaults and transitioning to traveling the wasteland, but also the minor details and humor that were added in as well. Well, simply put, you can tell the talented people that created this loved and knew what Fallout was about. And now we go over to the show Halo. Well, the Halo show did the exact opposite of the Fallout show. This show was eagerly anticipated by many Halo fans, but ultimately fell flat. With its horrible depiction of Master Chief and the concept of the alternate timeline left fans utterly confused and upset. Point being, the show wasn't created with the fans in mind. So how does this correlate to my worries about the Yakuza show? In an interview with some of the cast members of the show, they gave a damning statement that left a lot of Yakuza fans, including me, stunned. None of them have played the games. Well, the actor that is going to play Kiryu, Ryoma Takuchi, seems to think so by stating, I haven't played them. I like to try them, but the show's creative team had to stop me because they wanted to, for the character in the script explore from scratch. That's why I decided not to play. So you mean to tell me you're going to start from scratch? The most emotionally complex character in the game, the guy with a bunch of moral dilemmas, relationships, and hardships. We've seen characters played in the past that are like for like from the source material. Heath Ledger's Joker, Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, and if we want to talk about video game adaptations, Henry Cavill as Geralt. This guy lives and breathes this shit, and look how good the show came out. Until he left, but we don't talk about that. For me, I think the characters need to at least understand the personalities of the characters they'll be playing, and seeing it played out for them may have given them a better understanding. But I don't know, I'm not an actor. The casting just needs to be close to perfect for the likes of Kiryu, Nishiki, and Majima to be pulled off. Okay, while this is a little worrying, we'll still get funny moments from the games, right? Oh, come on. Yeah, now I'm officially worried. So what is their reasoning this time for not adding a more humorous touch to our beloved game turned show? Well, again, our Kiryu actor Ryoma Takuchi stated, I think we're digging into the human emotions and the emotional elements of the characters of this iteration. He continued, but while some fans might see that as a negative thing, Takuchi certainly doesn't. In a positive way, we're departing from the game at the end of the day. While it's great they want to touch on the human and emotional side of things when it comes to the characters, wouldn't it be also human to, you know, give them a sense of humanity outside the traumatic backstories the characters will have? Like, I'm not even asking for anything crazy. Maybe a touch of the karaoke, or Kiryu helping out at the cabaret club because he's a nice guy, you know, human. I don't get it. Then the executive producer of the show goes on to say, as this series is an origin story, we wanted to make sure fans were emotionally connected to these characters, something he said was a challenge. Yakuza 0 was an origin story game. It is considered one of the best games in the series. It humanized both characters through humor and seriousness in terms of tone. Yeah, he goes through character development in the main story as well. Seeing him joyful while racing a toy car and singing along to karaoke just does something different. I'm not asking to show this in every episode and shoved in our faces, but hearing there isn't going to be much is kind of disheartening to hear. I understand adapting this sort of thing to live action is hard, but all I gotta say is Yakuza isn't Yakuza without the silliness. Despite my initial worries, I am still excited with the release of the show and the action sequences we will get to see once it comes out. If they can't get the humor into the show, I still will love to see the epic fight scenes we've come to know and love. The dynamic intros, the specific moves like Tiger Drop and Heat actions are some of the things I would love to see. If they do anything like when Kuze was hiding in the sewers with the lead pipe and a motorcycle, I will scream, and I mean it. Or like this scene in the 2007 movie adaptation. If Kiryu doesn't have red and blue over him while fighting, I will deem this show unwatchable. All I want for this show to be is for it to be not another crime drama like all the other 1,000 ones we've seen before. If the directors can get the best out of this cast and capture the essence of what makes these games great, we might see a banger on our hands. On the flip side, if this show is hours of straight seriousness and generic tropes and fights, we might be seeing the entire show get memed and trashed on by the community, but only time will tell. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, and with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.